So if you're ever wondering where our third co-host is, if you're new, Trumpet, our dog is our third co-host. Yes, he's right here. I'll take a little picture so you can see him. Yeah, he's sleeping.
Likes to squeeze up in the chair with Amelia.
Yeah, and now I'm in an awkward position. I feel awkward. I feel like I should be closer to you, but that's okay.
That's okay. Everything's about the dog.
Welcome back to this Thing of Ours podcast.
Where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
And everything in between. How you doing?
How you doing? We are doing a little bit better.
Yes, we are.
Feeling a little bit better. Like, just started feeling better. Still had, like, sinus headaches, like, pretty much all week.
Mm-hmm.
Woken up every morning with a headache. And lasted probably till noon. Before I started clearing up and feeling a little bit better. But what about you?
I'm feeling really good. I still have somewhat of a cough, but I'm doing a lot better than I did before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I didn't really have much of a cough, but...
No, you had a runny nose.
Very bad, yes. I went to the washroom like so many times while I was at work. I had to blow my nose, but anyway... thank you to everybody who said, hope you feel better.
Yes,
Much
thank
appreciated.
you.
Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, that was rough. I haven't been sick in a long time. Like a cold like that.
I know, and I feel like 2 podcasts ago, we were saying how you never get sick. See, you jinxed yourself.
I did. I mean, like, I wasn't, like, super sick. Like, I was functional. Right?
I feel like you forced yourself to be functional so you can go to work.
Not necessarily. Like, I didn't have a fever. Like, I didn't feel tired and like body sore, like things like that. Like you normally get with like a flu and a cold.
Mm-hmm.
It was just my nose.
It was your nose. You were coughing, and then also you took a lot of medication so you can go in. You were taking like nighttime Tylenol. So you can go in because that's all we had left.
We ran out of the daytime Tylenol, cold and flu. So yes, I took the nighttime one.
You weren't sleepy or anything?
No.
Oh, that would have knocked me out. I've been yawning all day at work.
That was perfectly fine.
I want to know what you guys do for a living. I want to know what is your career or what is your job. But why do we hold the word career at a higher standard than the word job?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, to me, it's just the same thing.
I don't know. I guess like I have my opinion on it, but I'm
What's
curious.
Your opinion?
Well, I feel like a job is just something you're doing in the meantime. Yes, some people end up staying there for extended periods of time, but it was never planned that way.
Okay.
A career is something that you actually plan on going to and actually want to do and see yourself there long term. I think that is the main difference that I see. I don't know if that's the true definition. I'm sure you guys have your own opinion on it and what you think the difference between a job and a career is.
To me, I feel like as long as you have something paying your bills, then
you're good.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I look at it. It's something that you do, you know. I don't know. That's just I've always looked at it that way.
I don't know. My only thing is the time you plan on being there. I think that's the difference.
So a career basically has nothing to do with school, or do you think, because there are lots of jobs that people go into and plan to stay for a while, like working for the government. Is that considered as a career or as a job?
I would say that's a career. Yeah, I would say that's a career. It's somewhere that I think you can thrive in. I don't know.
So do you guys think that you have a career or a job? I feel like I have a job. I don't really look at what I do as a career.
No?
Regardless if I went to school for it or not.
That's interesting. I would say now where you are and what you're doing is more of a career than what you were doing before.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years ago. Like you just took a position in the meantime to pay bills.
Yeah, like when I was working at the dental lab?
Sure, that one, or like even back when we were in Sudbury, like when you were in school, you were working a job just to pay bills because you're in school. So
Yeah.
that is how I see it. That's just a job. You're just doing it in the meantime.
I'm going to ask Google. Hey, Google, what's the difference between a career and a job?
On the website careerwise.minstate.edu, they say, a job can be just going to work to earn a paycheck. A career means that each of your jobs, experiences, and training programs is helping you advance in pay or responsibility. People also sometimes ask me, is a career basically a job? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website fredonia.edu, they say, a career can be defined as a person's progress within an occupation or series of occupations. However, a career is more than just a job, or working, or your occupation. It also includes your progress through life, your growth and development in vocational and avocational areas of life.
Okay, so then how I see based on what she just said, a career is something that you love doing or something
And
that
that
you enjoy
you can
doing.
grow into,
Mm-hmm.
right? A job is just something that you're doing in the meantime,
Yeah.
but a career is something that you have worked your way up to.
Mm-hmm. But there are jobs where you can work up as well.
Yeah.
Some jobs allow you to
Yeah,
do
and
that.
it's funny because like you've known people that just took a basic job just
Mm-hmm.
in the meantime. They didn't have no school, they didn't have no education other than like their high school. Or maybe they did go to college, but
Yeah.
they never went to college for that specific job,
Mm-hmm.
right? They just got in and then they stayed there for a little bit, and then the people that they worked for liked them, they moved their way up,
Yeah.
right? Like you've known a lot of people that have done that.
Mm-hmm. So I guess based on what I do and because I like what I'm doing, I would say then I would have a career.
Hmm.
But if you ask me, oh, like what is your job? I'm gonna answer. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have a career. Like I don't do those things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I am curious to know, what do you guys do? What do you do for a living?
Mhm.
I think that's how I ask people. What do you do for a living? I never actually say, what is your job?
Yeah, I think that is a better question. Like, yeah, like, how do you pay your bills?
Hmm.
What do you
Oh,
do?
oh yeah. How do you pay your bills? That's what you're gonna ask people. How
Yeah.
do you pay your bills? How do you pay your bills according to Curtis?
Well, I mean, that's the only reason why people really work, is
Mhm.
not?
Yeah,
I mean,
and to do things that they want and buy things that they need, and
exactly. You got to pay bills, you got to buy things, and you need money, so people got to work.
mm,
It doesn't matter if you're going to a job or you're doing something on your own, you're doing YouTube, you're doing, like, I don't know, like, there's lots of different ways people make money,
mhm,
but everyone's got bills and
yeah,
everyone's got to live, right? So
mhm,
you need money to do that. And and that's another big difference between a job and a career, I think. Something that you want to be doing, because I think a lot of people, I mean, myself included,
mhm.
I don't hate what I'm doing, but I don't think it's what I would like to do long term.
So you feel like you're not working your purpose.
No, no. And I feel like I'd be a lot happier doing something else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So are you working in the same position that you went to school for? Is that the right way to
No,
say it?
sort of. I mean, kind of. Like parts of it, yes. Like sales,
Mhm.
right? I went to school and I learned marketing, I learned sales and things like that. And um
Finances and things
yeah,
like that.
like I do deal with parts of it,
Mhm.
but not directly for what I truly learned,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, and like another thing that I keep reading and I keep hearing
Mhm.
is like there's a lot of people that went to school
Mhm.
thinking that they were going to start a career. They get out, they never actually work in that field, and they go do something else. And would that be considered just a job, or did they find a career
Mhm.
just not really what they went to school for? So I'm kind of curious to know, like, did you go to school, like college, university, whatever? And are you working in that field? I'm kind of curious to know, like, how many people ended up doing what they went to school for,
Yeah.
because I constantly read things like that,
Mhm.
that like there's a high percentage of people that have degrees that aren't technically using them.
Mhm. Well, maybe because they found something that they liked after. Like
Yeah.
they worked a job and then they were in school and then they fell in love with that job that they were in. They didn't want to leave. You know, like even when I hear people at my work talk about, oh yeah, my kids work for the government, you know, I'm just like, what do they do for the government? You ever hear people say that? Oh yeah, I work for the government.
Yeah,
But
they
I'm like,
never say
what do
what
you
they
do?
do.
Yeah, like, are you a spy? Like, you know, are you work the CRA and you need to I need to know if you work for the CRA.
Yeah.
So I don't tell you anything about my taxes. I'm joking.
No, it's true though. People that work
I'm
for the
joking.
government, they literally just say, I work for the government. Like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, but there's probably like freaking million positions that you could be doing. Like, what are you actually doing?
Mhm.
And why can't you tell me?
You
Why
know,
is it so secretive?
there was a video on Facebook that showed there is a job where all you do all day is play with baby pandas.
What?
Yeah, and you're feeding them. I would love to have
I
that
actually,
job.
I
Do you
have
remember
seen
seeing that video?
videos. I've seen videos of people doing that.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing that's their job.
Mhm.
But
That would be so cool.
yeah.
So cool. What did you want to be when you were younger?
I mean,
It could be anything. Like, don't be shy to say you wanted to
I
be
don't
a
know.
star or something.
Yeah, no, like I don't think I really had like a vision of doing any particular career.
Mhm.
I was into sports and I played hockey and I really liked hockey and I always thought that and I was good, so I always thought I was gonna end up making it to the NHL.
Why are you laughing at yourself?
Because it obviously never happened, and I only grew to be 5'4", 5'5", whatever I am, and everybody in the NHL is like 6 something. So
Are they really?
God had other plans apparently. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, like there's very few people. I think like the shortest hockey player is probably like 5'6", 5'7", and there's not many of them. There's very, very few. I know one does play for Montreal. His name's Cole Caulfield.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
Yeah, he plays for the Montreal Canadiens, and yeah, I think he's only like 5'7", but he's one of the shortest NHL players right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hockey is on literally all the time in this house. We only have one TV. And I fall asleep, hockey's on. Wake up, hockey's on.
So last night,
come home from work, turn on the TV. The first channel that's on is hockey. I'm like, does hockey ever like turn off? Like, damn.
No, hockey is pretty much on every night.
Oh my gosh. Do these like players ever rest?
Yeah, but it's different teams playing every night, right? So like you have like 30 teams now, I think, in the NHL. I never really.
I don't know.
They've added a couple teams over the past few years, and I never added them up again. But I think there's around 30 teams, and yeah, they stagger it. They'll have like 1 or 2 days off in between games. But yeah, they play a lot.
Yeah,
they do.
The other day at my work,
Trevor's trying to get down.
Okay, so the other day at my work, I don't know how the conversation actually came up, but they were laughing at me because I didn't know who Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky,
yeah, I didn't know who that was, and
terrible. You guys know who he is?
I know how it came on because they were asking me, "Oh, what do you do after work or whatever?" And I said, "Well, right now, every single time I come home." Every single time I come home, hockey's on, and I'm so tired of hockey. And it's funny because I didn't know that the people that I work for, everyone that works there is a like huge hockey fan. I didn't know that, right?
We do live in Canada. You know that, right? No,
they're like, do you like what do you do when your boyfriend watches hockey? And I'm like, honestly, I just fall asleep or I just go into a different room. That's what I do.
Do you guys know who Wayne Gretzky is? Very curious. I'll give you guys a second to comment. But yes, do you know who he is now?
Yes, I know who he is
who
now.
Is
he is a famous hockey player.
Okay. But why is he famous?
I don't know. I don't even know what position he played for.
So He played for a few different teams.
Mm-hmm.
But basically the reason he's famous, he was coined or determined to be basically the greatest hockey player that ever lived, and still holds
Okay,
a
and
couple
who
records.
said this?
Well, he has records, basically.
Okay.
Like, no one's been able to match. So they basically say he's the greatest hockey player to ever live.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still alive. Yeah.
Okay, but what position did he play? Was he like a goalie
No. Wow. I'm pretty sure he was center, like the center position. I don't really remember. He hasn't played for a lot of years. Like, he played when I was growing up. But I think he was center.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't. Well, no, I'm gonna take an educated guess here. It's just you start in the middle of the hockey rink, center.
Okay. Yes, sort of. But you can also, there's 5 circles on the ice. Do you know where?
No, I actually don't know. I didn't even know there was 5 circles.
Well, actually, there's more than that.
Every time I look at the TV screen, there's ads. So I guess I don't pay attention to.
There's actually more than
circles.
There's 2 in the offensive end, 2 in the defensive end. There's 1 in the very, very center, and then there's 1 on each corner of the blue line.
Okay.
So those are where they have face-offs. Do you know what the face-off is?
I'm guessing that's probably when they're fighting for the puck, right?
Sort of. Yes, the referee drops the puck, and then you have the center position, who tries to win the face-off, and when he drops the puck, they have to try to hit it back to their team because they want to win, and they want to win that face-off and get possession of the puck. So then they can then go try score, right?
You know, I know nothing about hockey. I don't even know basketball. Oh. The only thing I know how to do in basketball, because of gym class, was a layup. Okay. And that's it. And I know what a layup is when you have to bounce the basketball all the way to the net, and then you're almost like at the side of the net, and then you shoot it up.
Yeah, you jump and.
Yeah, I know what that is. Ask me anything else, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. So, do you know what the lines represent
in hockey?
Yes, in hockey. Like, you have the 2 blue lines, and then you have the red line.
I didn't even know there was 2 blue lines. I know that there was 1 line going straight down the middle.
That's the red line.
That's red. That's not blue.
No.
Are you sure?
Positive. The red line is right down the
so.
center, where the center circle is, where they have they start every goal. Mm-hmm. After a goal, they start back at the center. After each period, they start at the center, right? Anyway, the blue lines basically represent. Mm-hmm. So the person with the puck has to cross that blue line before any of his other teammates. If someone else crosses before him, it's offside, and then the whistle blows, and they have to do a face-off at the blue line. So
you have to get the puck first before your team cross that. So the line?
The puck needs to cross before the rest of your teammates.
Okay, or else it's like a penalty.
Not necessarily a penalty. The whistle just blows and play stops, and you have to do a face-off.
Okay.
Yeah, you basically lose possession of the puck, right? The whistle blows, and you have to stop everything. But yeah, name me a couple teams.
The Habs.
Okay. Who are the Habs though?
They're Montreal.
Okay, what's their?
The only reason I know that because I grew up in Montreal.
What's their name though?
The Habs.
Okay, the Habs is kind of their nickname, but what is their actual name? You have Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
What is Montreal?
The Montreal Habs.
Nope.
Habs Montreal.
Nope. Nope.
I actually don't know. What is it? I you know what? Someone did tell me at work. They asked me the exact same question. They're like, "Oh, you're from Montreal. Oh, what's the Montreal's team?" And I said the Habs. And they asked me what's their full name, and I had no idea. Yes. What are they called?
The Montreal Canadiens.
So why are they called the Habs?
I don't know.
What does that stand for? Why are the Montreal Canadiens called the Habs?
According to Wikipedia, according to NHL.com, the first man to refer to the team as the Habs was American Tex Rickard, owner of the Madison Square Garden, in 1924. Rickard apparently told a reporter that the H on the Canadian sweaters was for habitants.
Yeah, because they have a C, but then inside the C there's like an H.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Clearly.
Yeah. Anyway, name me a couple other ones.
I know I'm not the only person out there that knows nothing about sports. I know who the Edmonton people are.
What's their team called?
The Oilers.
Good job, man. Good job. And how do you know that? Because I watched them last night?
Were they on last night?
Yes.
Oh.
You asked me that. Who are the Oilers?
I did.
I said,
maybe
that's
I don't
Edmonton.
remember. Oh, I really don't remember. I asked you, was I like half asleep or something?
Yes, you just woke up. Like, hockey's on again. And then you asked me who's playing.
But that would make sense because isn't Edmond like known for oil or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Another question. Let's see. So what is the black thing that they shoot around?
The puck. I'm not stupid. If I didn't know that, well, I think
Okay.
Maybe I really should have paid attention in gym class.
Where do they go when they get a penalty?
The box. Yeah, see, I know something.
What is a standard penalty time?
I don't know.
So when someone gets just a regular minor penalty, how long do they have to go to the penalty box?
5 minutes?
Nope.
10?
Nope.
15?
That's a long time. A whole period is 20 minutes.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah. Imagine sitting in that penalty box for the whole period.
Well, you did something bad. Well, there you go. You miss out on the game.
No, it's 2 minutes.
Okay.
So you got a minor, which is 2 minutes. A major is 4 minutes. So like basically, let's say you hit someone in the face with your stick, whether by accident or purpose, whatever, it doesn't matter. And they don't get cut. It's a minor, so you get 2 minutes. But if they get cut and there's actually blood, this is a new rule that they've added over the past few years. But you get 4-minute penalty if you actually cut them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm done being quizzed about hockey. I'm done being made a fool out of because I don't know anything about sports.
Even though you were born in Canada and you should.
See, I don't understand. Just because I was born in Canada, it doesn't mean I should know about sports. Definitely hockey. I wasn't raised in that type of
Did you play sports when you were younger?
No, I definitely did not.
Like no sport at all?
No. Like I had friends that watched basketball and I would go to their basketball game, but I literally just sat there with them. And then whenever they cheered, I cheered.
Okay.
And when they booed or made noise because they were trying to, like the other team was about to score or distract the other team, right? I helped. But that's really it. Like I never actually understood the rules of the game.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's so funny though. Like what you just said about like the fans yelling to try distract or do something. Honestly, when you're playing, you don't hear any of that. Yeah. You literally do not hear any of it. You're so focused and zoned into the game that is completely irrelevant. Fans think it does something, but it really doesn't. It does nothing. Maybe once the play is stopped and nothing's happening, then you can kind of hear what's happening. But in the moment, no, you don't hear nothing.
My two sisters, they were in sports. My cousin, I considered a sister. That's why I say three sisters. If you're new here, she was in sports too. But my dad tried to put me in soccer. I cried. I cried. I cried. I didn't even want to do dancing really, but I did dancing because like one of my other cousins did dance and my dad was like, you have to do something. So I chose dancing.
So yes, what exactly did you do? If it wasn't like considered like a sport, like everybody talks about like football, hockey, like baseball, things like that. Like what did you actually do? Like dancing,
an extracurriculum?
Yeah, like dancing. Like what type of dancing?
I did hip hop. Like
Okay.
I did dancing, I think, for like 2 years, and then after that, I was over
Do
it.
ballet or
I
anything?
always wanted to do ballet.
You
Like
didn't though?
ballet was something I always wanted to do. No, I didn't.
Interesting.
No,
So
and I always wanted to do gymnastics.
you were a cheerleader for a bit.
Well, I was a cheerleader for like a month, probably a week.
And why'd you stop? Because I know the season goes longer than that.
Why did I stop? I don't know. I know I made the team, but I think I was just over it. I think I got too anxious. And I remember when it came down to track or like any other team in gym class, they would always try to pick me. And I'd be like, don't pick me. I am not the one. Like, I would let the captain know. I'm like, I know we're friends, but don't pick me. I'm not the one. Let me sit on the side.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not the one to help you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you find the extracurricular activities actually help your kids advance more in school? I'm not talking about like scholarships for whatever sport your kids in. I'm talking about like the competition, making them want to do more, like read more, become
like,
more competitive.
Is there benefits like indirect benefits, like discipline, things like that?
Yeah, of course there is the discipline because you have to follow the rules, and maybe that's why I was never good at sport.
Because you had to follow rules.
Yeah. And another reason why I hated like anything that had to do with like a goalie was because when they tried to put me as the goalie, when that ball came flying to my face.
Goalies are a different breed. They really are.
You want to score?
Goalies are a different breed because just to be able to stand there and take those shots that they have, like in hockey and soccer, like even soccer, like that ball is hard.
Yeah.
Like
imagine getting that to your face.
That's what I mean. Like
I'm pretty sure that's how my sister broke her thumb playing basketball. Somebody tossed her the ball, and I'm pretty sure that's how she broke her thumb. She caught it wrong. Even football, like
being on that offensive or defensive line, like I think there is benefits to it. It teaches like teamwork.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are some other benefits you think? Let's ask Google. Hey Google, what are some benefits of having your kids in sports?
Are we even thinking anymore?
On the website tapsports.ca, they say, youth sports are very beneficial for kids. They provide health benefits, improve their academic performance, expose them to positive role models, and teach them teamwork and problem-solving skills.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think of the health benefits. I remember like when I played sports, like I was in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was actually like really in shape. But yeah, all that's gone now.
So I want to know more about you guys. Let us know what you do for a living, and after work, do you play a sport, or are you taking your kids to their sports games and what they play?
Yeah, do you enjoy sports still through your kids? Yeah, even though you're older now and you've kind of grown out of it, do you still live through them and get to still teach them a little bit about sports as they grow up?
Yeah.
Because I think that's one thing that my dad really enjoyed, because he played hockey when he was younger, right? He stopped playing, right? But he raised me and my brother to play, and he'd always, like, not always, but he built rinks in our backyard and stuff, and like taught us. Like I was skating at like 1 year old.
Wow.
Like I was barely able to walk, and he put me on skates in our backyard, right?
The true Canadian way.
Yeah, like I was probably just like walking on my skates. I wasn't like actually making strides.
And that's
like,
how I walk.
Fully,
I walk on skates.
Yes. Yeah, anybody that like is new to going on skates, they definitely like try to walk instead of like making nice strides. But he enjoyed teaching us how to play the game, and that's how he continued to stay
relevant in the hockey. Yeah.
And then we'd always watch it, obviously, too, right?
Yeah.
But,
all right, well, this episode wasn't meant to be all about sports, but it happened. But
That's okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Our camera is about to overheat because we see the symbol from here. All right, so that's it for this podcast, and we hope you enjoyed it. We love to hear what your thoughts are, so comment in the comment section below, because the conversation doesn't end with just me and Kurtis. It includes you guys.
Yes.
So don't forget to subscribe, like this video. You can share this video if you want to, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good day.
Peace.